Have you ever thought about how your relationships shape and define your life? It's an intriguing question, isn't it? This very idea forms the crux of John C Maxwell's enlightening book, Relationship 101. According to Maxwell, our relationships are not just an integral part of our lives, but rather the lifeblood that pumps vitality into our existence. Maxwell's book is a profound exploration of the power and significance of relationships. He posits that our relationships can either be our greatest strength or our Achilles heel. They have the power to either lift us up to unimaginable heights or pull us down into the abyss. They can either make us or break us. Thought-provoking, isn't it? Think about it. Each relationship we foster, each connection we nurture, is a mirror that reflects a part of who we are. They shape our personality, influence our decisions, and ultimately define the trajectory of our lives. They are the threads that weave the intricate tapestry of our existence. But it's not just about how relationships shape us. It's also about how we shape our relationships. Maxwell emphasizes the importance of investing in our relationships, of nurturing them with care and empathy. For it is in the process of building strong relationships that we grow as individuals. Our relationships are the fertile soil from which our personal growth blossoms. They are the crucibles in which our character is forged. They are the stepping stones to our success. They are our greatest teachers, imparting invaluable lessons about life, love, and everything in between. But remember, the power of relationships is not all about us. It's also about how we influence others, how we contribute to their growth and success. It's about the legacy we leave behind in the hearts and minds of those we interact with. So, as we journey through the chapters of life, let's remember Maxwell's profound insight. At the end of the day, it's not what you achieve that matters most, but who you develop along the way. What do you think is the foundation of good relationships? John C Maxwell, the renowned author and leadership guru, believes that the bedrock of all successful relationships is unmistakably trust and communication. These twin pillars, when fostered and nurtured, form the cornerstone of any solid connection, be it personal or professional. Maxwell states that trust is not something to be won in a day, but rather, it is a treasure that is accumulated over time through consistent honesty and dependability. Imagine trust as a bank account. Every act of honesty is a deposit, while every broken promise or misleading action is a withdrawal. Over time, if your deposits outweigh your withdrawals, you've successfully built a reservoir of trust. On the other hand, if your withdrawals exceed your deposits, the trust is depleted and the relationship suffers. Maxwell also emphasizes the importance of communication, especially the art of listening. Listening is not about being silent while waiting for your turn to speak. It's about genuinely understanding the other person's perspective and showing them that their thoughts and feelings matter to you. It's about asking thoughtful questions and offering constructive feedback. It's about validating their experiences and expressing empathy. To be an effective communicator, Maxwell suggests that we must strive to listen more and talk less. He encourages us to listen with an open mind, without jumping to conclusions or making assumptions. He advises us to listen with the intent to understand, not just to respond. In essence, trust and communication are the lifeblood of any good relationship. They are the ingredients that bind us together, the glue that holds the mosaic of human connection intact. When we are honest and dependable, we build trust. When we listen and understand, we improve communication. Together, trust and communication form a sturdy foundation upon which we can construct our relationships. They are like the roots of a tree that anchor it firmly to the ground, enabling it to withstand the storms of life. Building trust and improving communication can transform your relationships from good to great. Can you truly understand someone else's feelings? This question, posed by John C Maxwell, is the crux of empathy, a powerful tool in building and maintaining relationships. In Maxwell's view, empathy is not just about understanding someone else's feelings, it's about putting ourselves in their shoes, experiencing their world through their eyes. It's about moving beyond our own perspective to embrace a broader, more inclusive view. Imagine you're in a bustling cafe surrounded by the hum of conversations and the clinking of cups. You notice a woman at the next table, her face etched with worry, her hands nervously tapping on the table. Instead of dismissing her as a stranger with her own problems, empathy encourages you to pause and consider what she might be going through. Perhaps she's dealing with a personal crisis, or maybe she's just had a tough day at work. Understanding her perspective doesn't require you to solve her problems. It simply asks you to acknowledge her experience and respond with kindness and compassion. But why is empathy so crucial in our relationships? Well, it's because empathy fosters connection. It bridges the gap between us and others, allowing us to create deeper, more meaningful bonds. When we approach others with empathy, we're saying, I see you, I understand you, I care about you. And in doing so, we're inviting them to do the same for us. Empathy also promotes a sense of fairness and equity in our interactions. It encourages us to consider others' needs and feelings before acting, thereby helping us avoid harm and conflict. It's like a compass, guiding us towards respect and understanding, even when the path may be difficult. Maxwell encourages us to cultivate empathy not just because it's a nice thing to do, but because it's a powerful way to deepen our relationships. By practicing empathy, we can create stronger, more fulfilling connections with the people around us. So the next time you find yourself in a situation where you're unsure of how to respond, remember to put on your empathy shoes. Step into the other person's world and see things from their perspective. It may not always be easy, but it's always worth it. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, is a powerful tool for deepening relationships. Do you view conflict as a destructive force in relationships, or an opportunity for growth? Interesting question, isn't it? According to John C Maxwell, a renowned author and leadership expert, your response to this question could be the key to unlocking healthier and more fulfilling relationships. In his book, Relationship 101, Maxwell presents a rather intriguing perspective on conflict, one that challenges conventional wisdom. You see, he perceives conflict not as a problem, but as a catalyst for growth. Imagine a diamond, one of the most precious stones in the world. It's not just a chunk of coal that handled stress exceptionally well, but rather, it is the result of intense pressure and high temperature over a significant period of time. Similarly, relationships are like diamonds. They are shaped, refined, and sometimes even defined by the conflicts and pressures they endure. Now, this doesn't mean that Maxwell is advocating for constant fighting or disagreements. Far from it. Instead, he is emphasizing the importance of how we handle these conflicts. The goal is not to win the argument, but to understand the other person's perspective, to learn from it, and ultimately, to grow together. Maxwell provides us with some insightful tips on how to handle conflicts in a productive and respectful manner. First, he suggests that we should always approach conflicts with an open mind and a willingness to understand. This means setting aside our ego and listening to the other person's point of view. Secondly, he advises us to communicate our own feelings and thoughts clearly but respectfully. It's about expressing ourselves without blaming or criticizing the other person. And finally, he encourages us to find a mutually acceptable solution. This might require some compromise, but it ensures that both parties feel valued and respected. So the next time you find yourself in the middle of a conflict, remember Maxwell's advice. Embrace the conflict as an opportunity for growth, handle it with respect and understanding, and work towards a solution that benefits everyone involved. Conflict, when handled correctly, can lead to deeper understanding and stronger relationships. What have we learned from John C Maxwell's Relationship 101? Well, quite a lot indeed. Let's take a moment to summarize and reflect on the key takeaways from this enlightening journey. First and foremost, we delved into the power of relationships. Relationships, as we discovered, are not just about companionship, but also about growth, learning, and mutual support. They provide us with a sense of belonging and understanding, and they are undoubtedly an integral part of the human experience. Next, we explored the foundation of good relationships. Trust and communication emerged as the pillars upon which strong, healthy relationships are built. Trust, we learned, is the bedrock of any relationship, fostering a safe environment where individuals can express themselves openly. Communication, on the other hand, is the lifeline that keeps a relationship vibrant and alive. It's the vehicle through which we share our thoughts, feelings, and experiences, enriching our connections with others. Then we delved into the realm of empathy, a quality that allows us to see the world through another's eyes. Empathy, as we discussed, is more than just understanding another's perspective. It's about feeling with them, sharing their emotions, and responding with compassion. It's a powerful tool that can bridge gaps, heal wounds, and deepen our connections. We also tackled the often misunderstood role of conflict. Far from being the enemy of relationships, conflict, when handled correctly, can lead to growth and understanding. It forces us to confront issues, encourages open dialogue, and ultimately strengthens the bond between individuals. So, in essence, Relationship 101 by John C Maxwell has given us a roadmap to navigate the intricate labyrinth of human relationships. It's reminded us that relationships require effort and investment, but the returns are immeasurable. As John C Maxwell reminds us, investing in our relationships is one of the most important things we can do. So, how will you strengthen your relationships today?